So last week I made a video on the Fenrir looking at whether it's better to maximise its damage output or its durability. I'll add a card to the top right of the screen so you can take a look at that if you haven't already. It's had quite a few views compared to some of the other videos I've done, so I thought I'd try a similar thing with the Revenant. So I'm going to show you some gameplay of the two setups I use most often, and the difference between them is much more subtle than that between the two Fenrir builds I featured previously, as they'll both be using the Nebula drone, which is definitely the best option for Revenant. I'll be running the usual suppression, repair unit resistance and absorber shield chips to make it last as long as possible. So the first build is probably the most widely used among top players, running Puncher Toxin with the Vasilisa pilot. So she gives you extra healing once your ability ends and is probably the best pilot for most Revenant builds. The Toxin weapons are easy to aim and reload fast, so they'll work well against fast moving bots like Orochi and Fafnir. In terms of modules, I'm running Nuclear Amplifier and 2 Balanced Unit. The Toxin weapons won't benefit from the modules as much as other weapons might, as half the damage output is from the dot effect, which will also be ignored by other Revenants while their ability's running. Another weakness of the Toxin is it takes a long time to deplete Aegis shields. So the second build is less widely used, but it's probably my favourite overall. So I've swapped Toxin for Blaze and used the Adrian Chong pilot for more damage output, and all the damage from the Blaze weapons will get the full benefit of the nuclear amplifier and balanced unit modules. So I've exchanged one of the balanced unit modules for a second nuclear amplifier so I can get to that 80 stack much quicker. So this is probably more of an anti-tank build and should perform better against Fenrir, Revenant and Titans, but less well against Avochi and Fafnir in particular. The reload's slower on the Blaze weapons, but they're much better at eating through Aegis shields. So all in all, I've sacrificed some durability for extra damage output with this build.